What's up, guys? Happy 4th of July, post 4th of July. Hope you had a great weekend. This is the final video in episode 55. This is the Indy news. Yes, it's weird. I'm by myself. It's usually Kevin Hawk. It's both of us talking about all the things that aren't WWE, Lucha Underground, TNA, all that stuff. We're talking about the guys that don't get all the TV time. We're talking about, the guys that have to just push and shove and scratch and claw their way up to the big time, and they're making big names for themselves. Now, the one TV thing that we are going to talk about, I told you about in the midweek wrap-up, we're going to talk about this week's Ring of Honor on Destination America. It's hard to find it on Wednesdays, apparently. I don't get Destination America, and it's hard to find online. So, for the time being, unless it starts to pop up a little easier for us to find, it will be right here on the Indy News, so let's get into it. We open up with a tag team match. We have the tag team champions, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, taking on Kazuchika Okada, that's hard to say, and Gato. This was a great match. Both teams really had each other's number. Daniels playing a really good heel, not wanting to face Okada. He even almost got into a fight with the Japanese, or the New Japan Pro Wrestling referee, Red Shoes. He started talking trash, and Red Shoes started like shadow boxing and was like ready to fight him, and Daniels was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. The Addiction ends up picking up the win, which surprised me. I almost expected Okada and Gato to just run through this, but it was very back and forth at the end, though, because we had Daniels went up for the best moonsault ever. Okada caught him and was ready to maybe give him the Rainmaker or a German suplex. He ended up rolling out of that. They hit double team finishers on both Okada. He rolled out of the ring. They hit Celebrity Rehab on Gato, picking up the win. Okada actually got back in, hit a drop kick on Daniels, then knocked out Kazarian, and then he hit Daniels with the Rainmaker. So the fans went home happy after seeing that, but the Addiction does pick up the win. And then in our second match, we had Adam Page versus Watanabe. This actually, we came into this match probably 5 minutes in, so there wasn't a lot of match afterwards. Watanabe was very much on top for most of it. Adam Page did have Colby Corino out there, which actually ended up helping him pick up the win. Watanabe got an O'Connor roll on Adam Page. Adam Page kicked out, which sent Watanabe towards the ropes. And as he got to the ropes, he got kicked in the face by Colby Corino. And then Adam Page hit Watanabe with the Rite of Passage, and he picks up the win for himself. And he's getting ready to face ACH coming up at Death Before Dishonor. So that puts a lot of momentum on his side, especially with the fact that he has Colby Corino. And at Death Before Dishonor, he could have BJ Whitmer in his corner as well. So we'll have to see if that helps Adam Page at all. And then in our main event, we had a rematch from last September. We had the IWGP Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles taking on the returning Adam Cole. Adam Cole was out for 5 months due to an injury. It was a neck injury, and when they went in, they found out that they had to repair his tricep and they had to clean up his elbow. And from what the commentators were saying, this is something that should have kept him out for 9 to 12 months, and he came back in 5. So good for you, Adam Cole. They start off with the code of honor, very very respectful, and then Cole kind of turns it. He turns AJ's hand right side up, and he spits in his palm. And AJ's like, all right, if that's the way it's going to go. And they go hard and heavy through this whole match, and Adam Cole is on top for most of this match. He is, like, there were multiple spots where AJ kept going for moves. There was like a series of moves. Like, AJ would go for a move, he'd miss, Adam Cole would hit him. AJ would shake it off, he'd go for another move, Adam Cole would dodge it and then hit him with another move. And it was just succession, and Adam Cole was just on top of it. He even hit Styles with the Styles Clash, and I thought, no way, that's not gonna be it. Styles kicked out, and then Styles just kicked it into overdrive. He was not gonna let this one slip away. He ends up hitting 2 reverse tombstones where Colt was facing towards the camera, hit the tombstone twice. The second one, he picked him back up, put him in the Styles Clash, hit the Styles Clash 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles picks up the win. AJ actually helped Adam Cole up out of the corner, and Adam Cole went for the handshake, and Styles said, "No, I'm not going to shake your hand. You know, I respect you, but I don't know." He was probably didn't want him to spit in his hand again. But then Adam Cole actually forces him to shake his hand. Adam Cole leaves the ring, and AJ is left standing in the ring by himself. And that's how we went off this week's Ring of Honor TV tapings. This is the last episode that'll be the Ring of Honor and New Japan crossover. Next week we'll start getting all the aftermath after Best in the World, which will start building up towards Death Before Dishonor, which is coming up. And that will be in our upcoming events. We don't have any other results. A lot of the indie news a lot of the indie shows that Kevin Hawk has been plugging for the better part of a month is actually going to be starting next weekend. So next weekend we'll have some more results. But as of right now, there's not even a lot of news. Nothing new on our Figures Toy Company line. We still got the Ring of Honor series with Steen, Cole, and the Briscoes. We got the ECW line now, which is going to be Blue Meanie. We got Mikey Whipwreck. We got New Jack. We got Jim Cornette. We got the Bullet Clubs. Kenny Omega, Doc Gallows, Amber O'Neil, and the Young Bucks. Man, we're getting Cliff Compton. We're getting Brian Myers. We're getting all kinds of indie action figures, and they're going to be up here. You see these action figures changing from week to week, from video to video. There's going to be some indie news, or there's specifically indie news action figures. Don't know when, but they're still announcing names. Just hasn't been any new names since I announced Blue Mini last week. The only other thing as far as news is that at the recent New Japan show, the Bullet Club's Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson actually took the IWGP Tag Team titles away from the Kingdom. So the Bullet Club is holding those tag team titles again. Bullet Club's just running rampant over there in New Japan. So it's hard. I mean, they got a lot of talent, so it's hard to take anything away from those guys. But we are going to get into the upcoming shows. First off, I'll say this. I'm not as prepared as I usually am because I'm running this whole thing. Usually Kevin Hawk does a majority of these upcoming shows, but I'm going to do my best. If there's anything I missed, be sure to go to last week's video, in episode 54, and you'll get much more in-depth if there's anything I miss. I'm going to first talk about what we named off the list of people that are going to be in this year's Battle Los Angeles for PWG. We've got everybody. We've got a bunch of guys from Lucha Underground. We've got some PWG guys that are always there. There's so many people. Be sure to go to last week's for the updated list. I don't have it right now. Sorry about that. But I know that Phoenix and Aerostar. We've got Tommy End. We've got just everyone. Ricochet. Just all kinds of people. So be sure to go to last week's video, check it out. It's going to be an awesome show. But as of upcoming shows that we know what matches are happening, we're going to start off with AIW's Absolution 10. This is one we've been touting for a long time because it does have the return of Tim Donst. He goes against Nick Gage in an Anything Goes match. We've also got the Iron Curtain taking on Joshua Singh, Kaplan, Frankie Flynn, and Brian Carson in an 8-man tag. There's going to be an appearance by Vader. We've got the 6-way scramble with Chris Sabin, Tyler Thomas, Candice LeRae, Cedric Alexander, Flip Kendrick, and Lewis Linden. The I Quit match between Eddie Kingston and Ethan Page. Good luck on that one, Page. You're screwed. Cleveland Street Fight. This is one we've been talking about. Team AIW. We got the Young Bucks. We've got Johnny Gargano and... Sorry, there's two guys that I don't know. I need the list that Kevin Hawk usually does. But they will be going against Dudes on TV. This is Raymond Rowe, Matt Cross, EC3, DJZ, and Samoa Joe. That is going to be insane. Actually had a conversation with Matt Cross on his Facebook account, and just talking about all the great things that he's done, since making it a name for himself, and that's one of the things that he can really be proud of. He's coming into a really awesome match. And then we got title matches. We got 4 title matches. To Infinity and Beyond will defend the tag team titles against Hot Sauce Entertainment. Veda Scott will defend the women's title against Athena. Davey Vega defends the Intense title against BJ Whitmer. And Josh Alexander defends the Absolute Championship against Ricky Shane Page. And that'll be on the 10th. The next day, on the 11th, we have our first TV tapings heading into Death Before Dishonor from Ring of Honor. This is their Aftershock tour. We've got a couple of matches signed so far. We got Michael Elgin taking on Matt Taven. We got Adam Cole taking on Bobby Fish. We have a mixed tag team match where Jay Lethal and Truth Martini will take on Jay Briscoe and ODB. That should be entertaining. And then in the main event, we have a triple threat match with AJ Styles versus Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. That is going to be one hell of a match. I'm excited to see that one. And then also on the 11th, we've got WSU and CZW putting on their doubleheader. So we got at 4 p.m. For WSU, we have the following matches. We have Shauna taking on Boy Diva Rick Cataldo. Veda Scott taking on Solo Darling. We have the Spirit Championship Tournament semifinal matchups. We have Athena versus Leva Bates. And we have Brittany Blake versus Hania the Howling Huntress, one of my personal favorites. The WSU Tag Team Champions will be Chicks Using Nasty Tactics defending against the Dollhouse. And then we have the WSU World Championship, Cherry Bomb defending against Tessa Blanchard. And then at 8 p.m. we have CZW. And we have the following matches. We have Rich Swann taking on Joey Janela. We have Greg Excellent and Sozio taking on Chris. Sorry, I'm not as good at this. Greg Excellent, Nico Sozio, and Chrissy Rivera taking on The Front. We have David Starr versus Shane Strickland. We have Devin Moore and Lucky 13 taking on Jonathan Gresham and Bucks Belmar. Speedball Mike Bailey taking on AR Fox. We have a rematch between Nick Gage and Drew Gulak. We have Chainsaw Joe Gacy taking on Tim Donst. I believe that's for the Wired Championship, which is actually no, it's not for the Wired Championship anymore because Joe Gacy actually just lost the Wired Championship. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We have the CZW Tag Team Championship match in a 4-way. The champions, Ohio is for Killers, defending against the Young Bucks, the Beaver Boys, and Team Tremendous. And then the CZW Heavyweight Championship is on the line when Black G's defends against Matt Tremont. Matt Tremont has been running roughshod through the deathmatch stuff. He's won 2 tournaments, and now he's going for the championship. It's not very often that you could say Black G should worry, but he might need to worry about that one. And then we're going to move on to the 17th. We've got our second Ring of Honor tapings. This will be in Baltimore, Maryland. Nope, I take that back. That's wrong. See, I'm not good at this. Kevin Hawk, I need you back, man. This will be in Vegas, actually. We've got a couple matches. Oh, first off, let's talk about the small tournament they're going to have. They're deciding who's going to face Jay Lethal for the TV Championship. So the tournament will be the following 3 matches, and the winners of these 3 matches will go on to face each other. We got Christopher Daniels versus Mark Briscoe, Matt Taven versus Bobby Fish, and Kazarian versus ACH. The 3 winners of that will move on to another triple threat match, and the winner of that triple threat match will have a future television title match against Jay Lethal. Other matches we have Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks. That should be entertaining. And then a Vegas wild card main event. We have Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong, and Moose taking on Jay Briscoe, Dalton Castle, and Kyle O'Reilly. Lots of strange names, a very strange grouping of people, and to know that they have to team up is going to be really weird for them. But also on the 17th, we have AAW's United We Stand. We talked about a few matches last week. Ethan Page defends the AAW Heavyweight Championship against Johnny Gargano. Ohio's for Killers defends the AAW Tag Team titles against the Hooligans. Shane Hollister takes on Matt Cage. And the newest match announced just 3 days ago, Chris Hero takes on Tommaso Ciampa. That should be an interesting match for sure. And then we are going to move on right to, let's see, we're going to move on to the 24th, which is, hang on, I know. I should know this is the one I do all the time. This is Death Before Dishonor. We got a couple matches set for this one. The matches we talked about last week, we know that Jay Lethal's defending the ROH World title against Roderick Strong. He won the #1 contendership. We have the Four Corner Survival Tag Team title match where the Addiction defends against War Machine, Red Dragon, and the Kingdom. We have the No DQ match that I mentioned earlier, ACH versus Adam Page. And the newest match just added a grudge match. Moose taking on Cedric Alexander. This all stemming from what happened at Best in the World when Cedric Alexander actually hit Moose with the wrench, and Veda Scott joined him. So, yeah, Cedric Alexander not making any friends, and now he's made an enemy in Moose. What the hell is wrong with you? But I'm okay with it because I get to see Veda Scott. So, I'm not going to stay that mad at you. I'm just going to tell you you're stupid. The next day, the 25th, we have Storm in the Castle from Chikara. This is going to be in South Windsor, Connecticut. Only 4 matches set so far. We have Ophidian and Eddie Kingston representing the Snake Pit, taking on the Arcane Horde. We have the Gentleman's Club versus Dasher's Dugout. Silver Ant versus Juan Francisco de Coronado. And the Devastation Corporation defends the Campeonatos de Parejas against Princess Kimberly and Jervis Cottonbelly. And then the next day we have... No, it's the Immaculate Election. It's the one that Kevin Hawk really likes to say. And that's going to be in Providence, Rhode Island. We have Silver Ant taking on Blaster McMassive. We have Crown and Court taking on Ophidian, Eddie Kingston, Shinron, and Argus. It is an 8-person COTI match. And just think that Princess Kimberly and Jervis Cottonbelly the day before have to face the Devastation Corporation. It's not going to end well for them. It's going to be a terrible day for Crown and Court. We have the Battle Hive taking on Chuck Taylor, Drew Gulak, and Swamp Monster from the Gentleman's Club. That's COTI as well. And in the main event, Dasher Hatfield cashing in his points. He's going to get a Grand Championship match against Hallowicked. Good luck to you, Dasher. If you guys haven't seen the newest event center, go to Chikara on YouTube, Chikara Office on YouTube. Check out the promo that Dasher put out against Hallowicked, saying that you may be one of the best, but when it comes to this match, the best isn't going to be good enough. Now, I know I've rambled, I've jumped around, I've kept you waiting. We got one more show to talk about, and this is Beyond Wrestling's American Rana, which will be on the 26th of July. Here are the matches we've got. Stay with me. We have a winners take all 4-way match. I don't know if there's multiple championships involved or what. Hopefully Kevin Hawk can come back next week and let us know exactly what's going on. But we have the Hoods versus the Garden State Gods versus Symbiote versus Anthony Stone and Nicholas K. We have a casket match between Matt Tremont and Stockade. For the first time ever, we have Johnny Gargano versus David Starr. An Atomicos match, Team Pazuzu's, Chris Dickinson, Jaka, Mike Drastic, Angel Ortiz, and Pinky Sanchez taking on the Hit Squad, it's the Hit Squad, Nick Gage, Shinron, and a mystery partner. Just three little question marks. So, who's that going to be? We'll have to wait and see there. We have the Pick Your Partner match, which I'm guessing... we have the Beaver Boys taking on Ryan Galeon and Brian Myers. I don't know who... I'm guessing one of the other two got to pick their... Because the Beaver Boys are already tag team, right? That's my guess. We have Brian Fury taking on Donovan Dijak. teacher versus student. We have a non-title match. Well, they're not the IWGP Tag Team Champions anymore. The Kingdom taking on Biff Busick and Drew Gulak. We have Kimberly versus Heidi Lovelace. This is all stemming from Heidi Lovelace joining Team Pazuzu. We have the Best Friends, Trent and Chuck, taking on Team Tremendous. And then a year in the making, we have the Young Bucks taking on Death by Elbow, Chris Hero and JT Dunn. Those are going to be some great matches. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming up. Summer's heating up, matches are heating up. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So be sure to come back every week, always on Mondays. We have a brand new Indie News where we're letting you know what the hottest shows coming up are. We're giving you results. We're giving you updates on when they're going to be, what they're going to be, what's going on, who's fighting who. Because that's what we do here at the Wrestling Rundown. And the best way to follow us are all the links down there. There's the Twitters, the Tumblr, the Facebook, the Reddit, the Instagram, my Instagram, if you care about my pictures. We have emails. You can email all of us at fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com, and there's Kevin Hawk's personal email down there as well. Above those links are the links of all the people we just got talking about: Beyond Wrestling, AAW, AIW, Chikara, Ring of Honor. All those people, check out their websites, see if they're coming to a town near you so you can enjoy these shows. I wish more of them would come here. We're on the West Coast. We got PWG if we were go down to California, but that's about it. So, other than that, be sure to post down in the comments if you have any indie promotions, indie wrestlers, anything that you want to hear us talk about. Be sure to post down in the comments. Give us links to Facebooks, to websites, to Wikipedia pages, to Twitter accounts, anything like that, so we can follow them, we can talk about them, and see what they're all about. Is there anything you're excited for in the indie world? Something that we haven't talked about? Is there a show we haven't talked about? Be sure to let us know. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, share us with your friends. Let's talk about some wrestling, and check out that playlist. We've got the Raw review. We have Thomas's Top 5. We have the midweek wrap-up with just me. We have the SmackDown Rundown with just me. And you can rewatch Indie News if you want to, or share us with your friends so other people know what happens in the world of independent wrestling. Thanks for watching. Hopefully tomorrow for the Raw review, I will have Thomas Wolfe with me, and I won't be doing this by myself. But regardless, you will get a Raw review tomorrow. That'll be episode 56. This has been episode 55. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.